What's going on, guys? Today we're going to show you how to get the platinum trophy for Stumble Guys. So the trophy isn't that hard to get, as it's only a 3 out of 10 difficulty and takes about 15 hours to obtain.
So there's about 3 main types of trophies in this game that you can find: cosmetics, level, and level progression trophies. The cosmetics trophies in this game are core essential to why this game is very popular, varying from having a firefighter to even Mr. Beast.
The first trophy you'll most likely obtain is the Express Yourself trophy. To get this trophy, you will need to go to the customization section in the left side of your screen, where you can customize your Stumbler. For the trophy, you'll need to change the color of your Stumbler.
To find out trophy, you will need to obtain 40 skins in your locker. There are many ways to obtain skins in Stumble Guys, from wheel spins in the shop, obtaining enough points in an event, spending in-game currency or money for a bundle, and of course the Stumble Pass. The best way to gain as many skins as possible is to have a Scopely account connected in your PlayStation and PC/mobile, as they run 2 different versions of the game, which also means 2 different battle passes. After you've done that, go and grind out and to max out the Stumble Pass on each version of the game so you can get as much skin wheels and boxes as possible. Moreover, since the data is saved to your Scopely account, you can earn a ton of XP that will progress you in the Stumble journey, which can be accessed on mobile or PC. This allows you to get even more skins and in-game currency to use for wheel skins in the shop. Furthermore, there's a lot more benefits from obtaining a mobile account, like having to do missions for points to get stars, in-game currency, and even get skins. We'll be talking more in depth on the currency for the round and round trophy. For the Smiley, Show Off, and Eat My Dust trophy, it will be a bit more challenging, but don't worry, you'll be getting almost all of the cosmetics in the Stumble Pass. Occasionally, there will be an event going on where you can earn enough points to unlock some of the cosmetics, such as emotes, footsteps, and animations. And that should be all it for the cosmetic section. Let's move on to the next section. But before we start with the level trophies, first what you want to do is click on Party, and afterward you want to get a second controller if you do have one. If not, you go directly to Custom Game. Now in this section, you can change the maximum amount of players, the number of rounds, and what type of maps you're going to play. Here is all the requirements you need for the game modes to function. There's 3 main game modes that you will need to use, which is elimination, races, and team-based games, which all have different requirements, as you can see here. For races game modes, all you have to do is just complete the race. Elimination, you have to outlast everyone else. And team-based games, all you have to do is just score more points than the opposing team. Once you're done organizing the games, now we could go into the next section talking about the specific game modes you need to complete. In Rush Hour, you're placed on top of flying square trucks coming in different shapes and sizes that are being sucked by a black hole behind you. The goal is to keep moving forward as the trucks begin to move closer to the black hole and to not fall. The rounds will naturally become a bit harder if there hasn't been enough players eliminated after some time, having many obstacles on top of the vehicles that you must jump over or dodge. There are also jump pads that appear in between the middle of the vehicles and corner vehicles that give you a jump boost, lifting you in the air for a couple of seconds and helping you find a vehicle if you're not too skilled in avoiding obstacles or jumping across trucks. All you need to do to advance is to outlast everyone else, or the minimum amount of people are eliminated for the next round. In Bob Bash, you are in a green ring surrounded by other players and bubble box around an orange acid pool. There are also pipes in the middle of the ring that will splash the orange acid, not killing you instantly but pushing you to the edge of the ring, making you fall off if you are too close to the edge. The goal here is not to fall off from the acid pool, and the bubble box are hostile and scary around the ring, bumping into anyone in their path. If the player is hit, they are knocked down and stunned for a second or two. As such, avoiding them is a must, and the best way is to jump when they are near you. The boss get increasingly faster by the color stages when they are in blue, then yellow, then red. I said, it's not hard to qualify. All you need to do is just outlast everyone else. Jungle Roll is the first of many race game modes that you'll need for the platinum. Just follow straight in the video I have and you should be good. One part I do want to add though is when you get to this point, you must jump and then dive to the wall so it can help you keep your momentum but not slide off. For Rocket Rumble, all you need to do is catch more flags than the opposing team, And to make this easier, is just have two controllers and let the ball do everything, and it doesn't matter who wins because you'll still get the trophy no matter what. For Lost Temple is another race game that you'll encounter, and it's not too difficult. Just follow while doing the video and you should be good. Block Dash is one of the hardest levels to qualify in, as you'll need some practice on different formations of blocks you can encounter. At the start, all the remaining players spawn to a large platform with formation of blocks appear from the northern end, sliding across the arena and sweeping everything in their path. To survive, the player must find openings on the block formations and jump over or walk in between as they sweep by. Also, there are some lasers on the sides of the formation that the player must avoid, as getting too close will get you evaporated. Occasionally though, there are no openings in the blocks, so the player must jump and dive at the blocks that are visibly cracked. To pass through the cracked blocks, the player must dive into them or break the blocks. One thing to keep in mind is that the blocks cannot stun you if you're hit by them, letting you jump even when you're being dragged down. If the round continues without some efficient eliminated players, it starts to become harder by including spikes as blocks and cylindrical bars that can stun the player if hit by them. In Laser Tracer, you will need to dodge incoming lasers. They start with one and then begin to increase drastically, coming from all different angles and different speeds. Some tips to help you out is first, analyze your surroundings, as multiple lasers will come at you on all sides the longer the round goes on. Another thing to do is to take advantage of openings. Do not do unnecessary dives. It will be more harder to find openings with all lasers coming at you from different angles and speeds. And finally, just to be cool and don't stress out. For Super Slide, it's again another race game that you have to do, and don't worry, just follow what I do in the video and you should be good. For Space Race, again it's another race game that you have to complete, and don't worry too much about it, just follow what I do in the video and you should be alright. Lava Land is another elimination game that's basically just the floor is lava, and you have to just keep going higher and higher as the other tiles begin to slowly go down. And most of this is just luck based, but don't worry, in the custom game you'll be fine. As you see here, just keep playing normally with one controller and the other one just leave it be until it dies. For Bombarment, basically another floor is lava game, but instead there's gonna be cannons everywhere trying to destroy the little planes that are floating. And if you touch the water, you're eliminated. So all you have to do is just be AFK with one controller, and then the other controller just keep trying to survive and avoid the bombs at all costs. Honey Drop is another elimination game where all you have to do is just try to not fall to the ground. Basically a Fall Guys ripoff, and all you need to do is just keep going on the tiles and let your other controller just slowly fall to its death while you're just trying to stay up as much as possible. Stumble Soccer is one of those team-based game modes that will most likely not appear in a regular game mode, so put it up in a custom match and just let the AI do everything while you're just waiting for the win. Lava Rush is another race game mode that doesn't take really that much skill. All you need is just some practice and just follow what I do and you should be okay. A tip that I would recommend is that as you see the lava rising, let it completely rise up and then fall down until you make the next move. I see here, I let it rise up completely, let it fall down, then I start moving. Again, I do the same thing here and just let it fall down completely before I move. Floor Flip is another race game mode that you have to complete. It makes precise jumps and as well just have some momentum in it so you don't fall behind. I see here I kind of don't do it perfectly, but I do have a bit of momentum. In that one, when there's people behind you, you'll have some elevation so you could jump forward, but obviously there's only one person moving, so I have to go back, make the seesaw kind of tilt so I could have some angle so I could jump over. And then for this part, just let the boxes move until you jump. Here I kind of did a little too late, and I think this is where I fall. Yeah, I kind of do a little too late, but basically you have to do is jump as soon as the box flips, so then you can have enough time to move forward. Afterward here, there's nothing really much difficult to do aside from just making some little jumps, and And then here, maybe you have to tilt it just a little bit to one side. So then you can make the jump here forward. You have to double jump for this one. So you're going to have to do a dive. And that should be it. Over and under, again, is one of these race game modes I had to complete. This one's a little bit more challenging, but it's not crazy. Obviously, just time it up with this one. I see here, I did kind of mess up. But if you get enough practice, you should complete this any day in a regular game mode. Here, always go to the sides as there's more slower. Here, I messed up. But the best tip I could give you is just to go to the sides. Here as well, just make the jumps time. Don't try to rush as like I do. Just take your time. For the next one above, this one isn't really that hard. You kind of just have to just dodge everything. The more you practice, the more you'll get used to it. Here, never try to go front. As you can see, it's just way too like risky. You just get pushed back and stunned. Here, I will go to the left side instead of the right side as I did here. And just make a few jumps. And that should be it. For Canon Climb, the biggest tip I could give you is to stay on the edges, as there will be the least likely chance that you could be hit by the hammers and the balls. Now here I went forward, that's just because I was just pushing it, but it's too risky. Pivot also isn't a hard race game mode. The only thing I would really recommend is to be with the crowd and not try to like push the opposite way where the crowd's going when it's like in a regular public match. And in this part here, you should always obviously take your time. The middle one's faster than the other two wrecking balls, so take your time here. And here you should take your time, get some momentum. I didn't get it here, but that should be really it. It's really quick, easy one. Icy Heights is the one that has a slippery effect, so I wouldn't recommend diving, as you could like bump and fall off the map. I did here, but as you see, I almost fell off. And this one isn't really that much crazy. Just kind of go the opposite way as like the cannons are going, and the more you play, the more you understand where they're gonna head as they kind of go like in either the left side or the right side. And yeah, that's it. So spin go run has the boosters that move you left or right or up and down, and this one just kind of go straight. Don't try and lean into one side because you'll be hit by a hammer. Here, just make the little jumps in the cylinders. Then afterward, just take your time here. I kind of got lucky on this one. And then here, I kind of like pushed it. You don't have to do that. It's kind of risky. Now for Towerfall, this is a very easy game mode to qualify if you're doing a custom match, as you can see here. But the public matches is very difficult, and the biggest tip I could just give you is just stay with the crowd and don't try to make the risky moves, as most of the time they're not gonna pan out. Obviously here, there's just me and a second controller, so I'm not really making a risk here. But yeah, basically just let everyone else just guess the tiles right and you'll be in the top 10 easily. Now if it's like in the last round, then that's hard. That's kind of more like a luck based factor, or if you take the risk, then props to you. But basically that's it. All of the progression trophies are not at all difficult and might be completed after a few hours into the game, aside from one, the round and round trophy. But for now, we'll talk about the easy ones. For I See the Stars trophies, you'll need to earn 500 stars to unlock this trophy. This is the type of level progression that is used to move up tiers in the Stumble Pass. You do not need to worry too much about stars, as just playing one regular match without qualifying once to get to 150 stars increases by 50 for every round you qualify, plus 200 stars if you win it all. This trophy should take a maximum of 4 games to get, so don't worry too much about it. If you do want to check your progress though, go to Stumble Pass to see how many stars you have obtained. For the Trophy Collector trophy, you will need to obtain 1000 trophies. You earn about 10 trophies per every round you qualify, so don't stress too much about it, you'll earn this naturally when playing. The leveling up trophy requires you to earn 10,000 XP. The XP can be seen in your account level on the top left of your screen. The best way to earn XP is to play event games, as they can earn you up to 3000 XP. Meanwhile, a regular match can only give you a maximum of 500 XP for winning the whole game. The Champion and Master Champion trophy requires you to win 1 and 5 games respectively. There are about 4 main game modes in Stumble Guys you will see: elimination, races, team games, and coin collecting. You'll mainly see in elimination and racing games more often than team games and coin collecting games, as those are mainly in the first round of games. And even so, These games are rarely picked. As such, understanding and strategizing of both elimination and racing games are more often than not the best plan of action when trying to get wins. To understand the racing and elimination games, you can go back to a video where we explain some of the many games available in Stumble Guides. A good way to practice is to use the custom matches where you can go to play a match with bots or just yourself to find the best routes and strategies to use. My personal recommendation is to go play an event game that has game mode already planned out. This will let you get used to a game mode more easily and even a higher chance to have bots in your game as less people will play event games. For the Battle Alert trophy, you will need to play 300 levels. They'll most likely be your last or second to last trophy, and it will come naturally as you play as it will take at least 100 games to obtain. So don't stress, just keep playing. For the level 2 register, you must wait for the elimination screen to end after every round. For the Stumble Expert trophy, you will need to qualify for 100 levels, and just as I talked about with the Battle Alert trophy, don't stress too much as you'll obtain this naturally. The only difference between the Battle Alert and the Stumble Expert is that the Stumble Expert, you must qualify for 100 levels. For the Social Butterfly trophy, you will need to use 100 emotes. To use the emote, you must hold the R1 button and then select which emote you want to use with the X button. Just keep spamming R1 and X and you should get this in about a few games. Now, for the Round and Round trophy, you will need to spin 50 wheels. These wheels can be found in both the shop and the Stumble Pass. The cheapest wheel spin in the shop is a common skin wheel that costs 55 gems per spin. Plus, there's also an epic skin wheel that uses coins instead of gems, which is also something you can use if you don't have a lot of gems. Moreover, there are sometimes events that have their own specific wheel spin and its own currency that can be earned by playing events. Aside from that, the trophy is not at all difficult but more so time consuming. To earn in-game currency in this game, you need to unlock tiers in the Stumble Pass, progress in your Stumble journey, and use missions that are available in the mobile/PC version of the game, or spend real money. Talking about the Stumble journey, it uses XP you get from every game and allows you to earn rewards such as cosmetics, gems, and other rewards. As such, keep playing event matches on PlayStation as your XP is saved between both versions. Furthermore, watching ads in the mobile version of the game can get you 5 gems per watch. There's also a likelihood you will see you can complete offers for gems. I do recommend this, but with a slight warning as sometimes these gems will not be given to you. However, I did try a quiz where I got 32 gems, so I do definitely recommend just doing the quizzes at the range around 5 to 50 gems per each one you do. Now, for some quick tips that can help you out in the game. To check out your progress and all of your trophies, you can go to the PS5 trophy system and check your progress. This will help tremendously in keeping track of how close you are to getting a trophy and also just knowing the progression you're at. Moreover, some trophies that can all pop are all the cosmetic trophies and the level progression trophies aside from Battle Alert, Stumble Expert, and the Round and Round trophy. That is it for the video. Thank you guys for watching and hope this guide helped you out. If you want a more in-depth analysis on Stumble Guides, go check out our guide which is in the link of the description. Till next time, see ya.